You're welcome to Master T Math class. In this live class, let's solve some questions on this topic, that is surge. Let's consider the first one. We have to evaluate 1 over 1 minus 2 root 3. From here, we are going to rationalize surge. That is, we multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator, which implies, yeah, we can write this and we have 1 multiplied by the conjugate surd here, that's 1 plus 2 root 3 divided by, also multiply this by the conjugate, 1 minus 2 root 3 times 1 plus 2 root 3. The next step here, we can expand the brackets. When one open this bracket, we see have something as 1 plus 2 root 3, then divided by this, our conjugate surd, and follows when we have a minus b into brackets, open bracket, a plus b. We can write this as a square minus b square. That is, here we have 1 square minus 2 root 3 square. Then here we have 1 plus 2 root 3 divided by 1 square, that's 1, minus 2 square. Square here affect 2 and also affect root 3. And we have 2 square times root 3 square. That is, here we have 1 plus 2 root 3 over 1 minus 2 square, that's 4, times root 3 square, that's 3. And this becomes 1 plus 2 root 3 over 1 minus 4 times 3, 12. That is, here we have 1 plus 2 root 3 over 1 minus 12 minus 11. That is, we can write this as 1 over minus 11, then plus 2 root 3 over minus 11. Also, this becomes minus 1 over 11, plus over minus, that's minus, minus 2 over 11 times root 3. So here we have this as a simplified form of this given problem. That is, we have already rationalized this particular surd here. Then also, let's look at number 2 question here. We simplify as well. That is, we can call this number 2. Simplify 2 over root 2 plus root 5. We also rationalize this surd and multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. That is, here, this becomes 2 times the conjugate surd here, that's root 2 minus root 5. Then divide by, also multiply this by the conjugate, that's root 2 plus root 5 multiply by root 2 minus root 5. Then next step, we open this bracket. Since 2 is multiplying this, it's a constant, we can still leave it as 2 into brackets root 2 minus root 5, then divided by this also follows when we have a plus b into brackets, open bracket a minus b. You can write this as a square minus b square. And this here we have root 2 square minus root 5 square. And this here we have 2 times root 2 minus root 5, then divided by root 2 square. Square cancel square root, we have 2 minus also root 5 square. Square cancel square root, we have 5. That is here we have 2 into bracket root 2 minus root 5 over 2 minus 5 minus 3. That is here this becomes 2 into brackets. This minus here can come to the front, become minus 2 into bracket root 2 minus root 5 close brackets over 3. Or better still, now say this becomes minus 2 over 3 into brackets root 2 minus root 5. So we have this here as a simplified form of this given solved problem. Okay? You are watching us live at Master T Math Class. You are welcome. If you are joining us for the first time, give a thumbs up, share this video, and also subscribe. Let's look at number 3 here on this solved problem. Let's look at this also. This also is simple one. That to evaluate 1 divided by 1 plus root 2. Then also here we rationalize this sort. Multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of denominator. Here we have 1 times. The conjugate sort here, that's 1 minus root 2. Also divided by, here we multiply this by the conjugate, that's 1 plus root 2 times 1 minus root 2. That is here 1 multiplying this, we still have 1 minus root 2, then divided by here this are conjugate sort. Also when we have a plus b into brackets, open brackets, a minus b, which can be written as a square minus b square. That is here a is 1, we have 1 square minus b is root 2, that's root 2 square. That is here we have 1 minus root 2 divided by 1 square is 1, then minus root 2 square, square cancel square root, we have 2. That is here we have 1 minus root 2 over 1 minus 2 minus 1. That is here we can separate this and we have 1 over minus 1, then minus root 2 over minus 1. 1 over minus 1, that's same thing as minus 1. Then minus over minus turns to plus, that's root 2 over 1, that's root 2. So that we have minus 1 plus root 2, which can be written as root 2 first, then minus 1. So here we have this as a simplified form of this particular solved problem. Okay, now let's consider another one here. That's number 4. So share this video. Thank you for sharing and for giving a thumbs up. So number 4 now. We have also a very simple one. 1 divided by 3 minus root 2. We also rationalize this particular sum and multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugates of the denominator. This becomes 1 times the conjugate here, that's 3 plus root 2. Then divided by, also multiply this by the conjugate, that's 3 minus root 2 multiplied by 3 plus root 2. That is here 1 multiplying this, we still have 3 plus root 2 divided by, here these are also conjugates, so which follows when we have a minus b into brackets, open bracket, a plus b, which is same thing as a square minus b square. That is, here we have 3 square minus root 2 square, which implies here we have 3 plus root 2 over 3 square, that's 9. Then minus root 2 square, square cancel square root, we have 2. That is, here we have 3 plus root 2 over 9 minus 2, 7. That is, when we separate this, we can write it as 3 over 7 plus root 2 over 7. That is, which implies we have 3 over 7 plus 1 over 7 root 2. Or we can say this is 1 over 7 into bracket 3 plus root 2. So whichever one here, we have this as the simplified form of this given problem. Okay, so let's look at another one here. It's also an interesting one. That will be number 5. So we have this as number 5, and that's 55 divided by 2 root 5 minus 3. Also, we simplify this by rationalizing the denominator, and we multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate surd of the denominator, which implies this can be written as 55 times the conjugate surd there, that's 2 root 5 plus 3, also divided by, multiply this by the conjugate, we have 2 root 5 minus 3. 55 multiplying this, we can still leave this as 55 into 2 root 5 plus 3. Since it's just a constant, then divided by, these are also conjugate, so that this one we have a minus b, so bracket, open bracket, a plus b. This is same thing as a square minus b square. This here we have root 5 all square minus 3 square. Then this becomes 55 into bracket 2 root 5 plus 3. Then divided by 2 square, here 4, times root 5 square 5 minus 3 square 9. As this here becomes 55 into bracket 2 root 5 plus 3. Then divided by 4 times 5, 20 minus 9. That is, here we have 55 into bracket 2 root 5 plus 3 divided by 20 minus 9, that's 11. Then we can reduce this and we say 11 goes here 1, 11 goes here 5. And we have 5 into bracket 2 root 5 plus 3, which is here the simplified form of the given problem. Okay, so here we can look at another one. Let's look at another question here, which is number 6. From here, we also have another interesting question. So we label this as number 6, which is 1 simplified 1 divided by 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3. Also here we rationalize this sort. Multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugates of the denominator. Here this becomes 1 times. Conjugate here, that's 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Then divide by, multiply this also by the conjugate. We have 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3, 10 times. Also 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Then here we expand, and 1 times this is still same thing as 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by, here this multiply and also follows when we have a minus b into brackets, open brackets, a plus b, which is same thing as a square minus b square. At this here we have 3 root 2 all square minus 2 root 3 all square. Then this same thing as 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 over, here the square affect 3, we have 3 square times also root 2 square minus also the square affect 2, that's 2 square times root 3 square. At this here we have 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 over 3 square 9, then times root 2 square, that's still 2, minus 2 square 4 times root 3 square, that's 3. For this here we have 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 over 9 times 2, that's 18, minus 4 times 2, 12. As this here we have 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 over 18 minus 12, that's 6. Then we separate this as 2 fractions. We have 3 root 2 over 6 plus 2 root 3 over 6. And here we can reduce this as 1 over 2 times root 2 plus. Here we have 1 over 3 times root 3, which here is the simplified form of this particular solved problem. Okay, thank you for watching here. So do it to be part of this channel. Subscribe if you are not yet subscribed, and also give a thumbs up and share this video. Thank you for joining us. Now let's look at number 7 from here. Also solving problem on such. So we call this verse 7 here. We are to simplify 1 over 2 plus root 3 plus 1 over 2 minus root 3. So when we look at this, we have two fractions added together. We bring this together as one fraction here. The same way we solve fraction. The SCM is 2 plus root 3 multiplied by 2 minus root 3. Then the same way we solve fraction, 2 plus root 3 goes here. And this 2 plus root 3 cancel each other. We are left with 2 minus root 3. And 2 minus root 3 times 1, that's 1 times 2 minus root 3. Then plus also 2 minus root 3 goes there. We mean 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3 times 1, that's 1 times 2 plus root 3. Then we solve further here and we open the bracket. When we open this bracket, we still have 2 minus root 3. Then plus same thing here, we have 2 plus root 3. Then divided by this bracket also follows when we have a plus b into brackets, open brackets a minus b, which is a square minus b square. And this here we have 2 square minus root 3 square. Then here, minus root 3 plus root 3 cancelled each other. We have 2 plus 2, that's 4. Then over 2 square, that's 4, minus root 3 square, square cancel square root, that's 3. And this becomes 4 over 1, which is equals to 4. So which implies that the simplified form of this given problem is same thing as 4. So that is how to rationalize this type of solved problem. Okay. So let's look at another one here. We call this one number 8. And from here, we simplify 1 plus root 3 over 1 minus root 3. Now, also here we rationalize here by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the conjugates of the denominator. So here we have 1 plus root 3 times 1 plus root 3, then divided by, also multiply this by the conjugate. That's 1 minus root 3 times also 1 plus root 3. Then when we solve further here, this we have same thing inside this bracket. Just like when we have a times a, write it as a square. Also here we can write it as 1 plus root 3 all square divided by, this also follows when we have a minus b into brackets, open brackets, a plus b, which is the same thing as a square minus b square. Also here we have 1 square minus root 3 square. As this here, we expand, and this follows when we have a plus b all square. This same thing as a square plus b square plus 2ab. As this here, we have 1 square plus root 3 square plus 2 times 1 times root 3, then over 1 square, that's 1 minus root 3 square, square cancel square, we have 3. This here also 1 squared as 1, then plus. This also cancel each other, we have 3, then plus. 2 times 1 times root 3, then over 1 minus 3 minus 2. That is